Well, welcome everyone. It's so good to see you all. Today we're going to have a great webinar. It's a partnership between Santa Monica College and Accelerate. So thank you all for being here. Before I pass it off to our special guest today, I did want to share all of you as Accelerate agents, just a reminder of where you can find Santa Monica College on the Accelerate platform. So if I'm going into the Accelerate platform, which you all as Accelerate agents have access to, you can go in and you can go through the course searches to find them. You can either scroll through, sort by US colleges, course levels, or you can do what I did and just search for Santa Monica here, and you'll see it pulls up here. You can see that it is located in Santa Monica, California, USA, with over 180 total courses, which is great. It's California's #1 transfer for college. If we go ahead and click then on Santa Monica College, and I actually pulled it up here just in case. You can see then on this, we have an overview of the institution. We have a lot of great information about the college with a video, so you can really familiarize yourself with Santa Monica College. You can find more information in their marketing materials folder here. And a lot of times, especially for agents, one thing that's really important is all of this FAQs, where we have really great information such as the application fees or about the turnaround times and scholarship opportunities. A lot of great information here, so please be sure to check out those because a lot of your questions may be answered right here in the FAQs. And lastly, one of the most important things is the courses tab. And this is where you can find out more about the courses that they're offered. And here, so for example, this 2D animation, you can see the tuition fee, $9,000, very affordable, the application fees, the English requirements, and all the different testing scores. You can see if it's CPT eligible, if you can see if it's a STEM eligible program, the length of the programs. So if I wanted to go ahead and click on this 2D animation one, I learn more about it. I can go ahead and click on that and I can learn more about this program, scholarship opportunities, graduate outcomes, what it could lead to, then the minimum requirements, what documents are then required for you to submit. And then you can go down here and create an application directly for this program for this course. So yeah, pretty easy. So please find them more about Santa Monica College on the Accelerate platform. But with that being said, I am going to pass it off to our guest today. Today joined with us is Denise Kinsella. She is the Associate Dean of International Education at Santa Monica College. So Denise, I'm going to pass it off to you. You can go ahead and share your screen and we'll go from there.
Great. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. I just want to first start by thanking you and Accelerate for this opportunity to present and for the amazing and thorough information that you have on your platform. It really is easy to work through Accelerate to help your students find a good match. So I will go ahead and share my screen now. There we go. So I am talking to you today from Santa Monica College, and our tagline is "Go Where the World Goes" because we have students from so many different countries. We have over 100 different countries represented at SMC, which makes it a really fun and exciting place for students to learn and for all of us to be as well. We are a community college, which means that we offer the first 2 years of university studies. So students starting in the high school can choose to start at community college or to go directly to university. If they start with community college, then we do help them transfer to the last 2 years of university, and then they have the option to go on for higher education beyond that if they choose. Santa Monica College is located in the state of California, west of Los Angeles, and the SMC main campus is about 2 miles from the Pacific Ocean and beaches. So there are a lot of outdoor activities for students to get involved in. Our location is also a prime location academically as well. We're located close to places that you see on the screen, like the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the Entertainment District, the business districts in the Port of Los Angeles and such. And these locations give our students opportunities for informational interviews, field trips to these destinations, and also plenty of internships that we help students to take advantage of while they're here. Right now, during the fall 2021 semester, we are offering both on-campus courses and online courses. We're phasing back to normal life, hopefully very soon. Currently, about 20% of our classes are offered on campus and the rest are offered online. When we do return to normal, which we expect to do in January 2022, we still have a considerable online offering. So about 30% of our programs are offered both on ground and online. So students can take advantage of the online program even when we go back to normal, and we know we're learning that that's an option, and that's a choice that many students are making, that for whatever reason they need to stay at home in their home country, and we can still offer them an outstanding education at Santa Monica College through our online portal. And this is what that looks like for them. We work with the Canvas dashboard, and students would have all of their classes listed, as well as a really handy to-do list that you see over here on the right-hand side that the professors fill in, letting the students know when their assignments are due, when quizzes are coming up, when big projects are coming up and due. So we find that students are able to stay on track really easily when they're studying online because of the Canvas dashboard. As I mentioned, we have a large population of international students at Santa Monica College, students from over 100 different countries. And there are lots of reasons that our students choose SMC. So we'll just take a few minutes to go through and take a look at what students have told us as to why they choose Santa Monica College. And the first reason is our distinguished faculty. We have about 1,400 professors and instructors with distinguished credentials. They include award-winning authors, filmmakers, scientists, and others well known in their field who've been recognized for their outstanding achievements. And they choose to teach at Santa Monica College because our focus is on teaching, not on research. And they want to be working one-on-one and in groups with the students. And working at a community college allows them to have that direct connection with the students instead of being stuck in the lab all the time. So when they are doing research, they're including our students in that research, and that just gives our students, as well as the professors, a wonderful opportunity to engage with each other. In the last 2 years alone, SMC has hired professors who've graduated from places like Ivy League schools, Brown and Cornell University, UCLA, USC, and other prestigious universities. Reason number 4 that students choose SMC is the support that they receive from our counselors. Santa Monica College has the largest population of counselors of any community college in California. We have over 55 different special programs with hundreds of counselors who are proactively reaching out to your students and assisting them with class choices, assisting them with challenges that they may find in classes, and also with life away from home in general. And our alumni often tell us that their experience at SMC actually exceeded their experience at places like UC Berkeley, Columbia University, and other top universities because of the hands-on support that was provided both by the faculty and by the counselors. Reason number 3 that students choose SMC is that we offer over 180 degree and certificate programs. We offer liberal arts, we offer sciences, accounting, film production. Our career and transfer-oriented programs rival the nation's best universities. So new courses are constantly being developed in conjunction with the industry, including career-focused programs developed with direct input from our neighbors out in the community. Just in the past 10 years, SMC faculty have crafted over 300 new courses in 58 subject areas so that our students are receiving cutting-edge relevant instruction and learning opportunities. For those students who are undecided, we recommend that they begin with the foundational liberal arts curriculum, and our international counselors will help them figure out what area is right for them and where their passions lie. The majors that you see on this slide show you some of the programs that are most popular with our international students right now, and business is always right there at the top. In addition to our regular academic programs, Santa Monica College offers a number of programs for special student populations. Our intensive English program, the first one you see on the list here, has no English proficiency requirement. And this course helps your students to improve their English so that they can join the regular academic classes as soon as possible. The package programs offer 1 or 2 semester programs with guaranteed classes, so students are not competing to enroll. Students who complete the business and sports and nutrition package program earn a certificate and can apply for an internship. And all of these programs lead to associate degrees if they continue beyond the first and second semester. And the third program that I thought I would mention is the Scholars Program, and that's for students who are highly motivated and want intensive curriculum to prepare for transfer to the university. Scholars students do get priority transfer consideration to top universities, including UCLA, UC Irvine, Loyola Marymount, and other universities. In the 2+2 system available in the US, Santa Monica College offers the same lower division courses as the UC system, California State University, and other 4-year campuses. These lower division courses at SMC count towards bachelor's degrees at only a fraction of the cost of what students would pay if they started at the university. Students who start at SMC save tens of thousands of dollars and continue to benefit from smaller classes, very rigorous classes, as well as that personalized counseling and attention from professors that I mentioned before, because their focus is on teaching, not necessarily exclusively on research. Transfer students from community colleges are the group who are actually more likely to graduate from university. So not only is SMC more financially viable, it also increases your students' likelihood of succeeding at university when they transfer, because they do have that strong foundation that they get from that intense focus and small class sizes. So you can see here on the screen what the costs look like. The cost to attend SMC is very affordable compared to university. Tuition is about $9,000 per year, and the overall cost, including living expenses, is just under $29,000 per year. There are scholarships available for students after their first semester. So once they've enrolled and completed at least one semester, they can apply for scholarships. And these scholarships are awarded based on criteria, including the student's academic performance at SMC, their club involvement, and involvement in other aspects of the campus community. International students at SMC have the opportunity to participate in internships in their major field of study, both during their studies for up to 20 hours per week, or after they've completed certain certificates, after they earn the associate degree, and after completing our one bachelor program, the Bachelor in Interaction Design. Most community colleges do support international student internships after graduation, but many don't support internships during studies. So this is one reason that students choose SMC over other community colleges. Students who participate in an internship not only gain valuable experience that help them in transferring to university or in applying to jobs, but also helps them determine whether their chosen field is a good fit for them. And counselors can help them fine tune that fit if they find that it's not quite right, or if they need additional classes to improve their skill set. Our counselors can assist them with that as well. Santa Monica College is best known for our university transfer rate. About 800 international students each year transfer onto university. And this slide shows you some of our most notable recent transfer statistics. So students who start at SMC do have a greater likelihood of succeeding when they transfer to the university of their choice in the final 2 of the 2+2 education. We have transfer agreements with many different institutions, including schools such as UC Irvine, Cal State Northridge, and the American University in Paris. And that makes transfer even easier for qualified students. One reason that our students are so successful when they transfer is the classroom experience that they receive at SMC. If you were to head straight to a university, most students find that class sizes are very large. Lecture classes can often include several hundred to even over 1,000 students. Whereas at SMC, the class sizes are generally small, about 18 to 25 students. Our largest classes have maybe 45 to 50 students. Also at the university, until students get to their senior year or year 4, grading of papers and feedback is often given by graduate students. Whereas at SMC, all of that grading, all of that feedback is given directly by the professor. At SMC, your students are going to have access to research labs and facilities that at a university you would generally have to wait to access until the senior year. Tutoring and support services for our students are free. We want to make sure that all of our students are successful, so we provide the help they need both in and outside the classroom to have a positive experience. With our resources and outstanding academic reputation, Santa Monica College has attracted the largest international population of any community college in California. Currently, our top 5 populations come from China, South Korea, Japan, Sweden, and Indonesia, but we do have students from over 80 countries studying with SMC right now, even during the pandemic. And in normal times, we generally have students from more than 100 countries, as I've mentioned. And our transfer numbers speak for themselves. Students from Santa Monica College transfer to some of the best universities in the state and in the country. So we know that studying is not the only thing that is important to students. Not only do we provide our students with a stellar academic opportunity, we also have one of the most active student life programs of any community college in the country. Students are able to form friendships and explore their personal interests through the special interest clubs and extracurricular activities on campus. Many of our students are particularly interested in the engineering club, the soccer club, the film club is popular, and our International Student Forum, which is a social club that helps students get together on the weekends and explore California. There are often special events on campus, such as live music, career fairs, environmental fairs, free lectures, films, and cultural events that round out the student life on campus. Right now, because so many of our students are still studying from their home countries, we are maintaining our student life offerings online. So clubs are still meeting remotely this semester, and there are online activities as well, including dance performances, lectures, films, and hangouts. The International Education Center sponsors 2 events for our students each week. On Tuesdays, we have an unstructured hangout where students meet to talk about whatever is on their minds. And on Fridays, we have a planned presentation and conversation topic, and we usually have some games as well. So students are welcome to join these events even before they're admitted to Santa Monica College. If they want to start to get to know us and start to get to know their peers, they can join us, and I'll give you those links at the end of the presentation. You and your students can also follow us on Instagram to receive those links and to learn more about the daily life at Santa Monica College. Even though classes are remote, there are a number of ways that students can still explore the best of what California has to offer. SMC's location gives our students great access to the nearby beaches, water sports. We're right next to the Santa Monica and San Gabriel Mountains, so hiking is something that's really easy to access. And the diversity of restaurants that remain open with social distancing safety measures in place to maintain COVID guidelines is pretty huge. As COVID numbers decline and more people get vaccinated, museums and some outdoor music venues such as the Hollywood Bowl are open, and it's really feeling like life is getting back to normal here. Let's talk a little about housing. Santa Monica College is located in a residential neighborhood, so housing is easy to arrange. Most of our students do live in apartments with other students. There are some apartment buildings within walking distance of the campus, as well as plenty of apartment buildings on the bus lines. Some students choose to rent rooms with local families, who help introduce them to the community. And our housing coordinator can help students select the option that's best suited for them. She can help them look at contracts and agreements to understand what they're signing before they lock themselves into a housing situation. It's really easy for students to get around Santa Monica and West Los Angeles. We have dedicated bike paths throughout the city and along the coast, which makes biking a safe and affordable option and just a fun extracurricular activity as well. Students are able to ride the Big Blue bus system for free with their SMC ID card. And on that bus system, they can get throughout the Santa Monica area up into West Los Angeles and all the way to downtown LA. They also have the option to take the Metro Light Rail train to downtown Los Angeles for music and sporting events or to go shopping. The admission process is fairly straightforward. It's completely online, so you're not mailing anything to us. You're just uploading things to the computer. And once you see that it's uploaded, we can see it as well. So you don't have to worry about whether we've received your documents or not. Once an application is started, each applicant is assigned to one of our personal admissions coaches who will answer all of your questions and guide you and your student through the application process. Our online application was built specifically with our agent partners in mind. So you do have a login side for the agents. You can see everything that the student can see. You can do everything on their behalf, or the students can be involved in completing their application as well. You as the agent decide what that level of partnership is going to be with the student. Excuse me. So this has been a brief introduction to Santa Monica College. I hope it's been valuable and answered some of your questions. We are the right destination for students who want to transfer to university, as well as for students who are looking for short-term study abroad programs to sharpen their professional skills. So please contact us anytime if you have questions about Santa Monica College. And I do want to share just these few links with you. We do offer virtual guided campus tours where one of our students will go online and show you or your student around and share their experience as a student on campus. So you can ask them questions and just find out what their life is like at Santa Monica. And as I mentioned, we do have an open house every Tuesday. This is the link for that. And we have Mingle, which is a planned event every Friday for our international students. And this is the link for that. Again, you and your students are welcome to join, even if they have not been admitted to Santa Monica College. So with that, I'll go ahead and stop sharing, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, Denise. That was great. We have a number of questions in the chat bar too, which is good to hear. So Io asks, do we have students from Africa at Santa Monica College?
Yes, we do. We have a number of students from places like Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, a couple of students from Senegal. So yes, we have a number of students from Africa.
Excellent, thank you. That's great to hear. So can you talk a little bit more about the minimum academic requirements that for a student to qualify for scholarships?
So all of our scholarships are privately funded, and each of the private funders decides what the requirement is going to be for their scholarship. We have typically students need to have at least a 2.0 for our scholarships. Students who have higher GPAs, 2.5, 3.0, 3.5 are going to be eligible for more of the scholarships that are on offer. And the way it works is the student submits an application in December, shares their GPA, their major, their campus involvement and off-campus involvement. And then they don't have to research the scholarships. Our database automatically gets matched with the students who are qualified for each scholarship. And then they're reviewed by the committee for each particular scholarship and awarded based on their qualifications.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Denise. That was great. Another question related to the scholarships is, what is the scholarship amount range for different scholarships?
The average scholarship is $1,000 to $2,000. We have our largest scholarship. It's a $10,000 scholarship that's awarded to students who are graduating. So that $10,000 is actually taken onto university to help fund the university education. But again, typically the scholarships at SMC are $1,000 to $2,000.
That's great. So then after they graduate, they can apply that to wherever they transfer to.
Yes.
Excellent. That makes sense. So another question is, can students transfer credits? So I'm assuming that means transferring credits in, because, and then you can speak again to transferring credits out to our 2+2s. But
yeah, as far as transferring credits in, it really depends on the work that they've done. If they've done university level work in their home country and the classes that they took match the curriculum of classes that we offer at SMC, they may be able to transfer some of those credits in. But typically our students are looking to transfer to university, and Santa Monica College can't make the decision about whether those units would count. So we connect you with the university representatives at the university that the student is transferring to see if their home country work is going to be accepted at the university. In terms of transferring Santa Monica College credits to university, that's what we specialize in. Our classes are developed to transfer to university. Not every university accepts every class. So it's important for our students to meet with our transfer counselors to make sure that the classes that they're taking are the right classes to transfer into the degree that they're pursuing. For example, business is a big one where each university has different requirements. And so we have classes that meet all of the different requirements, but the class that you take to get into Cal State Northridge is different than the class that you take to get into UCLA. So it's important for us to work with our students to make sure that they're taking the right classes and don't waste time or money on classes that they don't need.
perfect. Thank you so much. Now, another question is about age for your students. Was there any age restrictions for undergraduate students or for students coming into Santa Monica College?
So for enrollment with no restrictions, students need to be at least 18 years old. We do accept 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds as long as they've completed high school. We know that there are many countries around the world that have different high school structures than we have here in the United States, and that in some countries it's not uncommon for students to be 16 or 17 years old and high school graduates, and we don't want to make those students wait to join SMC. So as long as they can submit a high school diploma with a 2.0 GPA or higher, then they can join at 16 or 17 years old.
Excellent. So here's a great question that I'm sure agents want to know is what the application turnaround time?
Usually, well, it depends. It depends on how close we are to that application deadline, but our goal is to review that application within 3 business days. Sometimes it can be faster than that, and sometimes it may take a couple extra days. But if we have a complete application, typically it's 2 to 3 business days.
And that's something that's great about Accelerate is that when you get the applications itself, so it'll go through the common application, our team will make sure that all the documents are there. So hopefully it comes to you as full application so that turnaround time can be very quick.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can shorten that 3 days, but I understand how busy it can get at certain times of the year.
Yeah, I want to under promise and over deliver. Usually when we get a complete application, I mean, we process it the same day. But when we're really busy, when we're really close to the deadlines, we're working through those applications in the order that we received, and then it can take 2 or 3 days.
Excellent. Yeah. All right. So another one's going back to about, I know you touched on this briefly, and it's actually on the Accelerate platform. So if you want to find these requirements, but what are the minimum academic requirements for undergraduate students? And then also you use Duolingo as a test for English.
We do accept Duolingo. It's one of many tests that we accept in addition to TOEFL and ITEP and IELTS. We have a long list on our website of different ways to meet that English proficiency requirement. I'm sorry, what was the first part of your question?
Yeah, and the minimum academic requirements for acceptance.
Yeah, so we want to see that students have completed high school. For students who are joining us from another country, there is no GPA requirement because we just feel that we can't really compare it to a US education. For students who are transferring from a US high school or college, we're looking for a 2.0 GPA. Santa Monica College is a large institution. We have over 30,000 students. And as such, we're able to offer thousands of classes every year. And we offer a wide range of classes. So we offer honors classes, which I talked about a little bit, for our advanced students who did really well in high school. We also offer basic skills classes for those students who struggled in high school. So if you have a student who has, maybe a 1.8, 1.9, 2.0 GPA, and who had some difficulty with some of their subjects, they're still welcome to apply to Santa Monica College. There's a place for them here. They may be spending more than 2 years studying because we're going to help them with those weaknesses in their skill set and help them kind of raise themselves up to the college level and kind of fill those gaps and then take regular college classes so that they're competitive when they transfer on to university.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then do you have a spring intake? Really important question.
We do. We accept students 4 times a year, in the winter, which is January, in the spring, which is mid-February, in the summer, which is end of June, and in the fall, which is usually the last day or 2 of August, so basically September.
So that's December, February, June, and September, or December, February, June, September. Is that, did I have that right?
It's January, February, June, and September.
January, excellent.
Yeah.
That's great. You have 4 intakes. Now, the next question is about the enrollment deposit. Do you require an enrollment deposit? And if so, how much?
We do not. Yeah, we don't require an enrollment deposit. Students pay after they've enrolled in classes, so we don't ask for money before they've ever enrolled.
Excellent. And then I think we see one last question, and we might get a couple more in. Big thank you to IO for all these great questions. Do you have a payment plan for international students? Is that possible?
We generally speaking, no, we don't have a payment plan. We do have cases where students are wire transferring their funds and the funds are not going to arrive by our payment deadline. In those cases, as long as the student shows us that the money is on the way, then we can give them a little bit of extra time to pay. And there are also cases with students who have maybe government scholarships or a bank loan. Again, if we can see that the money is headed our way and we can see when it's going to arrive, then typically we can give you some extra time for that money to arrive. And students pay semester by semester. They're not asked to pay, well in advance, so they only pay as they enroll in each semester.
Excellent. We work with, see a comment here, we work with some schools organizing loan financial organizations like Empower, Prodigy. Do you work with these type of financial organizations?
Not at this time. No, we don't have any relationships like that.
It's a great question.
Yeah, it is.
And that's new to me too, so I'm gonna do my research. Thank you.
Me too. I'm taking notes here.
We'll give it another minute because I know that sometimes people think of another question last minute. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask those in the chat bar. These have been great questions. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Io. And I thank you, Denise, for this presentation. It's been really good.
Oh, you're welcome. And thanks for the opportunity.
Wait 1 more minute, but if, oh, yeah.
I can talk a little bit about what we're doing to keep students safe from COVID on campus.
That's a great thing.
So at this point, we are requiring students to be vaccinated in order to participate in on-ground instruction. It's really easy to get vaccinated in the United States. In fact, you can get vaccinated at LAX at the airport. So we have a lot of students who get off the plane, get their vaccination, and then come into the city. But we also have vaccinations offered just down the street at a pharmacy. They're just super easy to get. Students then upload their proof of vaccination to our website. And at first, this summer, it was taking a couple of weeks for us to get through all of the vaccinations that were uploaded, but now they're just trickling in. Most people have gotten their proofs in, so it's pretty quick. to have your records approved so that you can enroll in classes. For those students who have medical reasons or religious reasons to not be vaccinated, they can submit that documentation as well, and then they're required to have COVID testing once a week. And we have plexiglass in place on campus. We have distancing in our offices, but not in the classrooms. So classrooms, it's really important for our students to be vaccinated or to be testing regularly so that everybody is safe and comfortable as well.
Excellent. Great idea to bring that up too.
Yeah. Oh, and we require masks outside. Yes.
Excellent. Well, I don't see any more questions. So I just want to, again, thank you, Denise, for being here today. I want to thank all of you for being here and asking great questions. I will be sending out a recording of this in a summary to all regional managers. So this should go, if you've missed any pieces of this early on, you can review the recording with a summary as well. So please take a look at that and find Santa Monica College on the Accelerate platform. So thank you all for being here today. And thank you again to Denise.
Thank you all. Thanks for being here and thanks for the opportunity. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Denise, can I